Why you gotta fight? Why you gotta fight? Why do you gotta fight with roofers? Don't do it. If you haven't been there yet, you will. Your next appointment is in a neighborhood that you either haven't ever been in before and you're not sure of the extent of the damage, or it's in an area that you know is kind of a fringe area or was lightly hit. You pull up to the house and there's 2 lifted pickup trucks parked out front and a half a dozen huge bodybuilder guys wearing tight t-shirts standing there in the yard talking to the insured, and then there's 2 more guys up on the roof walking around pointing at stuff, making marks everywhere. Here are the 3 biggest reasons to never argue with a roofing contractor, or anybody else for that matter. Number 1, it's unprofessional. Anytime a person loses their temper or has a confrontation with somebody else, they're being unprofessional, period. Your job is to assess whether there is insurable damage to the building and whether or not to pay for it. That's it. That's your job. Number 2, it's terrible customer service. You've got the homeowner standing there in the front yard listening to this interchange between you and the contractor, and who are they going to side with? The insurance company, who's trying to save money on their claim, or the roofing contractor, who's trying to make money? He's probably going to side with the roofer, and you're going to have an extended battle. Your manager's going to get involved, the agents are going to get involved, it's going to be a mess, guaranteed. Probably the main reason, number 3, you're likely going to be spending the summer in this town, and this roofing contractor is going to be there. Get off on the wrong foot with this guy or woman. A lot of the fiercest fighters I've met on roofs have been female, and you can be guaranteed a high stress, confrontational summer for every roof you get on with this person. So what do I do instead? I like to give everybody a smooth, friendly experience where I demonstrate that I'm willing to take a really good, hard look at this house and to give the homeowner an honest assessment. Whether or not I agree with the contractor on what the damage is not that important. If the contractor and I can't agree, we have to be polite and civil. And generally speaking, with 99% of roofing contractors that I personally meet, because I've developed rapport with them from the very, very beginning, being friendly and smiling, I don't generally have trouble with contractors getting mad at me. And then when I see them again on another roof, if it's friendly, it's cordial, what do? What's the difference? Well, I treat everybody with respect. Even roofing contractors deserve respect. They're human beings. And the thing is that because my experience selling roofs, which I'll talk about in another video, 9 out of 10 adjusters that I met were rude and unfriendly and dismissive. A lot of times they even ignored me. This is what a roofing contractor has to deal with. It's a lot tougher than being a CAT adjuster. I build rapport with those guys. I start every appointment, every meeting with a friendly smile, walk straight up to them with my hand out, give them a handshake, tell a joke, talk about the weather, talk about sports for a second, and then we're gonna get down to business. I've never had this fail, with only a couple of exceptions, and those were people that it wouldn't matter if you handed them a briefcase with $1 million in cash in it, they would still yell at you and want to push you down a flight of stairs. There's just people out there like that. But the vast majority of people are just trying to make a living, and they're trying to do it honestly. I swear that that's the truth. The third thing that I do is I always keep an open mind. And the easy way to not be stressed in a situation like this is to not assume when I pull up to a house that's in an area that I think might be lightly hit. I have to keep an open mind and give every insured the benefit of the doubt, no matter if the contractor's there or if they're not. It's your job. It's my job. It's what we're paid to do. The fourth thing I do is I always perform a very, very detailed inspection. A lot of times the contractor is going to make his own marks on the roof. He might have made his own test square. I'll go around and look at those. And generally I won't say anything. I keep my mouth shut most of the time. It's either something friendly and nice is coming out or I'm not talking. I'll look at all of those, and if he has questions, I'll answer them directly, but then I'll go and make my own test square on the same slope. I'll start at the bottom left and I will examine every single shingle, just working my way all the way back up to the top of the square. If I can classify this as a hail hit, it's got softness, it's got loose granules, it's black, it's in it, it's round. I can't not say that that's a hail hit just because I'm in an area that I don't think got hit, because maybe it did. The fifth thing I do, if I go around and I dismiss everything he's circled and everything he's basically saying no to the roof, then I use the power of reciprocity. And here's how it works. If I'm up on a roof and I deny the roof to the guy, even if the guy's kind of being grumpy about it, I'll say, listen, and I'll pull my phone out with my Google Maps on. I'll find where we are, and then I'll scooch over to the neighborhood that I know has a lot of damage, and I'll say, have you been over to Spring Hill Creek or whatever it's called? I'm seeing quite a bit of damage over there, and I'm not seeing a lot of contractors, so you guys might move your efforts over that way a little bit, because this area, there hasn't really been any roofs that I've been able to pay for over here. But if you go over there, you probably have a lot more luck. And if you're sitting there screaming and yelling at your screen right now because I'm telling the roofers where to go, Think about it this way. You get paid by the claim, and the more claims there are, the more claims you can do, and the more productive your summer can be. I mean, they're going to get called in anyway. Better to have them called in now while you're still on the storm instead of later on when the cleanup guy, which is me, is handling all these straggler claims and the little pockets that no contractors ever went to. Think about it as job security. And then when you get over there, or you get over into another area and you run into this guy again, you will have zero trouble with this guy. He's not going to yell at you. He's going to be like, it's like, well, you know, we thought we'd kind of look around over here, but to be honest with you, Matt, I'm not really seeing anything over here. And, you know, we could take a look at it and you can tell me what you think, whatever. That happens because I developed a relationship with that guy. I'm not giving him anything. It's not unethical. I'm paying for the damage that I see. I'm not paying for damage if it's not there. And then we just move on down the road. I can sleep at night. I don't have ulcers. I don't have a twitch. My very first storm, I had a twitch in my eye for weeks. I haven't gotten into a yelling match with the contractor in like 12 years, and I do hundreds of hail claims a year. When I call an insured to set an appointment and they ask me if their roofing contractor can be there, I always say yes. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is everything I just explained, because I might be able to make an ally. I might be able to have an enjoyable summer. I mean, you're by yourself. You're talking to customers and you're going through your spiel. You get up on a roof with a guy. He's a nice guy. Seems pretty cool. He's on the other side. He's selling roofs. And you can shoot the breeze a little bit while you're standing up there. We're not finding anything on this one. All right. Well, hey, listen, you know, don't forget to watch that, you know, episode of that Netflix show I told you about. It's pretty cool. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, come on. Be friendly. Now, are you going to run into a true villain who is a lying, cheating crook? Yes. It's not going to happen every storm. Truthfully, it doesn't happen every season for me. Every now and then, out of left field, if you run into a guy and he absolutely cannot control his temper, you've done everything I've said above, and you're trying to be polite, you smile, you shake hands, you're like, well, listen, man, I really can't pay for it. And the guy he just explodes, just ballistic, climbs down, throws the ladder on the ground, you're trapped up on the roof, insured has to put the ladder back up to get you down. I'd say once every 5 years it happens to me. If that happens and that guy is rolling around on the grass, screaming and yelling, kicking things across the yard, throwing his clipboard across the street, who is going to look like the angel in that situation? That guy or you? And if you're both doing it, who's going to look like the angel in that situation? Nobody is. The insured is going to stand there and watch you both act like a couple of big babies, and he's going to shake his head. What would you do if this happened in your front yard? Think about it. The person who's calm and collected and who was cool the whole time and was trying to be nice is going to be the guy that wins. And you're not going to have a re-inspection with that jerk. That guy's going to be gone because the customer's not going to want them at their house. They're going to want you there, and they're going to say, well, can you suggest another contractor? And they say, well, you have a preferred contractor network. Or no, you might call your agent. They might have a contractor that they can direct you to. I'm not telling you to be a pushover. I'm not telling you not to stand up for yourself, but remaining calm and collected and not letting a roofing contractor or any other kind of contractor or a PA or anybody else, not letting them get under your skin will go a long way for you having a nice, peaceful, calm, enjoyable summer. I will even go so far as to say to treat every person in the claims process as your customer. Every person, even the contractor. Be a light. Don't be an ass. All right, everybody, let me know in the comments if you think I'm out of my mind, or if you have any questions, or if you have any ideas for new videos that I can do for you. Hit the like button if you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel.